A deeply personal story is drawing fresh attention to the ongoing debate over assisted dying as a key bill moves through the UK Parliament. The account comes from a woman who lived through her mother's final chapter, and it offers an emotional insight into why many supporters believe the law must change. In her recounting, she describes the brutal reality of watching a parent's suffering, and how that experience shaped her views from a young age. She recalls the pain and helplessness of seeing her mother struggle with a terminal illness, witnessing days in hospital when all hope of recovery was gone. Despite palliative care and support, the absence of a legal choice for assisted dying meant her family could only watch, powerless, as her mother's quality of life declined. This deeply human story comes at a pivotal moment for the Terminally Ill Adults, End of Life Bill, a piece of legislation currently under consideration in Westminster. If passed by both the House of Commons and the House of Lords, the bill would allow adults in England and Wales who are diagnosed as terminally ill and nearing the end of life to seek assistance to end their suffering, under strict medical and legal safeguards. Under the proposed law, terminally ill adults would need confirmation from 2 independent doctors that they have 6 months or fewer to live, be mentally capable of making an informed choice, and make their request voluntarily, free from coercion. Supporters argue that this framework would protect vulnerable people while offering dignity and choice to those in unbearable circumstances. The emotional testimony from someone whose mother went through this ordeal highlights just how personal and profound the debate has become. For many supporters of reform, it's not a question of encouraging death, but of ending needless suffering and giving families the chance to say goodbye with compassion and peace. Opponents of the bill, however, remain wary. Some peers in the House of Lords have voiced concerns that legalizing assisted dying could impact society's most vulnerable, or lead to unintended pressures on patients and families. They have called for more scrutiny and safeguards before any law is changed. Despite the controversies, public support for changing the law appears strong, with advocates insisting that a regulated system would reduce the hardship of people forced to travel abroad for an assisted death. Currently, because assisted suicide remains illegal in the UK, families who choose this path must often go overseas, a journey described by many as emotionally and financially draining. As Parliament continues its work on this sensitive issue, personal stories like this one are helping to shape public understanding of what assisted dying means for individuals and their loved ones. The outcome of this legislative process could mark one of the most significant shifts in end-of-life law in recent British history.